What's going on, everyone? It's time for another horror thriller film review. Today we're going to do one of the Human Centipede films, but I'm going to start with the third one, the worst one. Yeah, the Human Centipede 3 final sequence was released May 22nd, 2016. It's directed by, and produced and directed, and even has a cameo role in it by Tom Six, who did the Human Centipede and the Human Centipede 2 second sequence. He also did films like the Oania Club, Gay in Amsterdam, and I Love Drees. It had a box office earnings of only $16,000, so it was a huge colossal flop. But yeah, so the Human Centipede 3, well, it's a little bit meta and stuff in tone, and there's a lot of weird dark humor mixed in with this one, where the other ones were really serious. So it takes place at a prison, and you're following the guy who made the second centipede in the second film, and he's working as an accountant at a prison with a lunatic head guard, and who basically tortures his prisoners when they cause violence and stuff. He basically tortures them, and yeah, it's all over the map and stuff. And then he has a pretty assistant who does sexual favors for him and stuff like that, and is really odd. And yeah, the accountant tries to convince him of making 100-foot person centipede in the prison to help show, like, to help out the situation. And he spends a long time convincing it, and they even go to the point to get the director of the first two films to come and convince them. And they eventually do it, and they try to convince the head of the prison system that it actually works. Overall, this film is really dark and a lot of bleak humor, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. And yeah, but obviously a lot of violence and gory scenes and torturous scenes and stuff, which most of them actually look pretty good and stuff for what it was. The makeup and stuff looks pretty good for the minimal budget they had and stuff. It looks pretty standard, and it does look good. The cinematography is not too bad. This film is brightly lit because I think it's supposed to take place in Arizona or something. And yeah, so it kind of throws off the contrast and takes away from the tension a bit, but it's okay in that aspect. The acting is okay. Some of them are pretty good. I find the prisoners to be the best in this, but yeah, the head guard does such an over the top performance, trying to be comedic and stuff. You could sort of tell it was forced, and it kind of doesn't work in certain circumstances in the film. The accountant dude was decent enough, pretty much just did the same thing as the second film, though. But the characters are poorly written, though, and you can tell they rushed this film into production and stuff with the popularity of the first two, and you can see it definitely suffers from not fleshing them out or anything like that, and it really hinders the tension in the film, where you don't get that tension and cool cool bleak bleakness of the other films. So yeah, that kind of hinders it as well. And I think the comedy kind of throws it off and takes away the tension, and kind of like sort of what am I trying to say? Sort of messes up the timelines and the way things are with the other ones, and in a way. So I think that was kind of like hinders the story and affects it bad too. Overall, I thought the film was amusing, but overall, the first two are definitely better than this one, and this one is definitely the weakest of the films so far. So I'll probably give it a 1.5. It was amusing and some good torture scenes and stuff, but you don't even get to see the centipede for very much. It's more like 5-10 minutes at best in an hour and 45-minute film. So yeah, it wasn't the greatest thing ever, but I've seen way worse. So but yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you want to check it out, it is on Tubi, so I'll link it so you can watch it for free down below. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram. That's where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future. All my stories, the film time hashtag, and subject film hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, my Letterbox down below, daily reviews. That's where I post my first star right after watching the films. and my Twitter's down below at reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video, share some more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can if I can find them. And let me know if you want me to do the rest of the Human Centipede films as well. Make sure you subscribe. Hope you'll find something weird, obscure, and odd they probably never thought of checking out together. And also show you my friends on pop films and classic films and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because I'm actually probably going to do the villainous in the next review. So make sure you tune in for that. And yeah, watch out for all those crazy guards trying to torture all their prisoners. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.